Kind of figured I'd give you a shot of seating these new valves. I had bored the ports out for the new valves, and now you just gotta cut the seats on them for the valves. They're 45-degree angle seats. I have a couple of parallel blocks that I hold this head up on. I've actually got three of them, three that are a matched set, or the three of them are matched. The only issue is that they came off of a surface grinder and they're magnetized. So when I put something, I'll put them underneath something that is metal, it conducts that magnetism through it. So all the shavings end up on the cutter head of the seat cutter. And I'll kind of show it to you. So I just got to keep blowing it off. And then what I got to do is just keep checking the valve. This is one of the new valves, and it's got to be seated about 55 thousandths down. So I'm setting them about 50, and then I'll go in and take a final polishing cut and a final polishing cut, and then lap the valves in. This knob rubs on my thumb right there. Probably end up with a blister from it. They actually make an adapter that you can put. Well, they actually have a powered unit that you can buy, but they make an adapter that you can put like in the mill and do this by power. But I think it was like $300, and I said, nah, I don't need it. Kind of wish I had gotten it now. Done with this, the roughing in at 50. I've got to get to 55, but I'll come back with this cutter, use this cutting fluid that they provide for these cutters to kind of smooth it out, get it down to the 55, and then what I'll do is I'll lap the valves in. But you probably don't want to see that, so I'll bring it back later. What I'm doing now is I've got all the seats cut down to approximately 50 thousandths, so I'm just kind of going back through with cutting fluid for seat cutting fluid, and I'm gonna just smooth out the seats using the cutting fluid and just not a lot of pressure on the thing. Just so that I can get it down to approximately 55 and get a fairly good finish on the seats before I put the valves in and lap them in. It's going to be a very long process, so I won't bore you with the whole thing. I'll probably film it and just edit out a lot of it. It's about 52, close enough for Okay, so I'm starting the honing process. What I do is take the valves and mark them. So after I remove it, after I'm done and remove them, I know which seat that they go back into. So this is going to be number 2, and it's the intake. And kind of what I'm looking for is what, as I go around, it kind of leaves a gray area or a shadow on it, on the seat, and I'm making sure that I'm getting good contact and that I get, you can see where it's coming in. Now, you don't want the entire valve to go in. You want probably 2/3 of the way up the valve to be seated in, and that's what I'm getting. So this is a course. What I'll do is I'll come by or back and clean them off and then use a fine on them and then repeat the process for the exhaust valves. I'm not really sure if you're going to be able to see this or not, but one of the things is that on that one you can see how it's catching like a ridge around the valve. Now, whether that ridge is on the valve or there's a protruding ridge in the seat, which I don't see it in the seat as much as I do on the valve itself, so I'll keep working this one until that thing goes away. And it is going away. I mean, if you can see it, I'm not sure. Let me see if I can see it in the viewfinder. Well, it's pretty much gone. Yeah, I'm getting good contact on either side of that light spot, so it'll probably come out with the fine stuff after I clean it up. This is the fine lapping compound on the intake valves. I'm not going to show this all to you because it's kind of boring. What I'll do is, after I'm done with this, I'll come back through and clean it out. I'll blow it out, clean it out with WD-40, and then I'll start the same process on the exhaust valves. Figured I might as well show a little bit of this. What I've done is I've lapped all the valves in, finished lapped them with the fine compound, and now what I'm doing is just going through and cleaning them up with WD-40 just to get any of that abrasive off of it. It probably won't be the final cleaning, but I want to make sure that all of that abrasive is off of there. What I do is I kind of remark it. The marks are still on the valve. Kind of hard to see sometimes, but I'll just remark it for the cylinder. Bring it back when I put the head together, put the valves back in, springs on, etc.